My name is Elyas Alavi. I'm a visual artist and poet. I work mainly in forms of painting, installation, performance, and also poetry. I'm in Ghana land in South Australia, in Adelaide. At the moment, I'm wearing a white T-shirt, and I have a little bit of facial hair as well. I have a small studio in Adelaide where I go mostly every day. So my studio is quite messy. There's lots of bits and pieces everywhere. Recently, I'm working on a series of paintings which has linked to a research I have about Afghan communities in Australia and how we as Afghan have long history in Australia, which goes back to around 160 years ago. I recently just had a trip to Coober Pedy and Oodnadatta. It was very special to find a cemetery near Oodnadatta where 5 of the Afghan communities buried there, which is quite sad as well to see how the government at the time, they just said, well, you can just go back to Afghanistan, but you'll never be able to having a citizenship in this country, or you're never able to bring your family from Afghanistan. Somehow it's quite similar to what we are facing today, because in the Australian government giving only 3,000 humanitarian visa in this situation where lots of artists, writers and activists are in danger. So we're feeling like how the history repeats itself in different forms. My work is very autobiographical. I talk a lot about my own background as a member of the Hazara ethnic minority and the history we had, which was always been with associated with genocide and displacement. My grandparents they forced to leave their place, and then we ended up in a mountainous part in the Kundi province, where the environment is very harsh. And I was born in such village, and we had to live there when I was only 6 years old, and we went to Iran. And then in Iran, as a person from Afghanistan, you also face lots of discrimination against you. So my work deal about all of these places and stories and experiences. But if I want to summarize it, works about memory, about displacement, about trauma and exile. Art is important for me. If I answer simply, it would be that this is the only thing I know, and this is the only thing I can. I'm very lucky to be in this path. Yeah, without art, I feel my life would be full of void in a way. Like it would be very empty. One hope I have is that hopefully my work could bring changes. It could be very small changes, but that's the hope I have. One day my work will be somewhere on a wall or a gallery or exhibition, and then someone might at least have a smile. I'm going to read you a poem which I wrote myself about 10 years ago. I'm going to recite this one. یکدیگر را در آغوش گرفتیم تنگ و تند رها شدیم. بی امید دیدار فریاد زدیم، با امید دیدار. مادر خندیده گفت سفر قندهار است مگر، ما نیز تلخ تلخ لبخند زدیم. We hugged each other tightly and quickly let go. With no hope of seeing each other, we cried, hope to see you soon. Mother laughed, surely this isn't a journey to Kandahar. And we too smiled bitter smiles. Then the train's whistle blew mournfully. 1,000 yearning travelers waved from that side. 1,000 yearning friends waved from this side. We went home and sought refuge in the dark rooms. Mother threw her arms around the porch, took one look at the blossoms in the orchard, and loudly sobbed. Thank you.